Here from Kindergarten at Teachers Pay Teachers. Now, I am here to show exactly how to use my Canvas buttons that I've created, the rainbow dot. I also have a version that have succulents on them. Now, I'm going to be specifically working on the rainbow dot buttons today. Now, it doesn't mean that this process would be any different for the succulent buttons. It's going to be the same exact process. I'm just going to be working specifically with our rainbow dot ones today. And I'm ready to get started. So the first thing that you need to do, obviously, is after you purchase the buttons, you need to upload them to your computer and save them. Once they are saved to your computer, then you're ready to get started. I am in PowerPoint right now, and what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be inserting a picture, which is just what these buttons are. I have 3 different blank versions on my rainbow dot Canvas buttons. So there's a blank banner, there's a blank banner that says welcome to, and then there's a blank dot. So for today, we're going to be looking at both of these and practicing editing them and then inserting them into Canvas. So first, let me get them set up here on my PowerPoint page. I'm going to scoot this one over here. Perfect. Okay, and I did have a lot of questions about which font I am using. So actually this welcome font that happens to be on my banners is called Looping Through Life, and it's by KP Fonts, and it's from KinderPals on Teachers Pay Teachers. So shout out to KinderPals. They made this super cute font. I purchased it through Teachers Pay Teachers, and I love it. I think it's adorable. It's super cute. So if you'd like to get this same font, again, it's called Looping Through Life. I will put it down below in the comments so that way you can get an easy link to the to her product. I think it's adorable. And then the other font that I'm going to be doing on the plain circle buttons over here is a different font, and I'll explain that in just a second. So once I have my 2 buttons ready to go, I'm going to insert a text box right over the top. So I'm going to go up here to the top of my page. I'm going to click Insert, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click Text Box. I'm going to drag and drop a text box right over the top of my button, and I'm going to make a text box that just says Meet the Teacher. I already have one that says Meet the Teacher in the package, so that you wouldn't necessarily have to create this one, but just for something that's easy to do, we're just going to do this one just for the fun of it. So I have Meet the Teacher right now. Now the font that is used in all of my circle buttons is called Pond Free Me. And it is by Graphics from the Pond. And again, I did find this on Teachers Pay Teachers. So shout out to Graphics from the Pond for creating another super cute font. Oops, let me go back and not change that. I didn't want to change my wording. I just wanted to change the font. Sorry about that. But yes, Pond Free Me is the font. And it is by Graphics from the Pond. So shout out to them I love finding super cute fonts. It's just, I think it changes everything about the look of something. So that is the font there. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so that it fits in there just right. It's a little bit too big. There we go. I'm going to center it, and then I also am going to put it in white. It literally, the color that I picked on PowerPoint was just white, plain white, nothing special about it. But here it's centered on my dot now, so that is good to go. And then I think I might want to add the word kindergarten to the bottom of this button right here. So I'm also going to insert another text box, and I'm going to do Pond Free Me for that one as well. And I'm going to say kindergarten. Welcome to kindergarten. Now, I'm by no means an expert in Canvas. This is my first year using Canvas, using distance learning. So this has been an interesting ride for me, as well as I'm sure it has been for many teachers out there trying to just figure it out, right? But as I was figuring it out, I was able to get better at something along the way. And now I'm trying to share my knowledge, as I'm sure many teachers out there want to do. Okay, so here is my Welcome to Kindergarten banner that I created, and then my Meet the Teacher button. Now the problem is right now they are just images that are not stuck together in any way, and now I'm sure you're all wondering, well, how do I get this into Canvas? So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be highlighting the specific button, and make sure that you get only the button that you're working on, because if I make too big of a highlight over the top, I can end up including this one as well. So I really only want the button that I'm working on. You can see I just highlighted over the top, dragged right over, and now I'm going to be right clicking, and then I'm going to click Save Picture As. and I'm going to write, I'm just going to say, meet the teacher canvas. Perfect. And I'm going to save that to my desktop because that tends to be where I save all of my things as I'm mid working on them so that I don't lose them somewhere in the black hole that is my computer. So I'm going to save it right there. And then this one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm dragging over the entire thing, making sure I don't get too close to this button down here. I'm going to click the same thing, save picture as. I'm going to do welcome. And again, I'm going to save it to my desktop because it's just a habit. All right, so I now have my images saved. I can now leave PowerPoint and head into Canvas. So I am going to bring up Canvas here. This is not my personal Canvas site for my school. This is actually what, I don't know if everybody's school calls it this, but our school calls it the Sandbox, which happens to be a course that we can just fool around in and just try new things out and try and figure it out. So that's where we are right now. This is Sandbox. It's just a very plain homepage. And I'm going to spice it up a little bit with these new buttons that I've created. So I am going to go ahead and click into Pages down here. So if you look over here on the left-hand side, I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom to Pages. I'm going to click there because I would like to edit that home page, this page right here. I want this to be edited so it has buttons that I'm sure a lot of us want on our homepage that can be easy links for our students to access things quickly without having to search through all of these things on the left over here. So I'm going to edit this homepage specifically. So I'm going to click edit because I am on the homepage. If you're trying to edit a different page, not your homepage, you're going to go into view all pages up here and choose which page you are going to want to edit and you're going to want to put your button on. So I'm going to edit specifically my homepage today. So I'm going to click edit. And then it's going to take me into this fun little editing section. So I want to add my button. So first I'm going to kind of move this little guy down, and I think I'm going to put that banner that I created, that Welcome to Kindergarten banner, right up here at the top. And I might not even turn it into a functional button. It just might be, maybe I just want to have a banner up there to put in. So let me show you how to insert an image. So now that I have kind of the spot where I want it to be, I'm going to come over here to the right to Images. I'm going to click on Images and I'm going to click Upload a New Image. Now I have some of these down here before of other things that I've already tried uploading. So that's what is really great about Canvas, is it does save some of your previous uploads. And I don't know, I find that very helpful, so that way I can go back to it if I ever need to. But I'm gonna choose a file, and it's gonna take me to the files on my computer. And now you can see, because I'm on my desktop and it's easy to find things on my desktop, I can find that welcome button or banner that I just created. So I'm gonna click on welcome and I'm going to open it. And it's going to probably be giant, so I'm going to have to resize it. Over here on the right, you're not going to want to put anything in alternative text. You're just going to want to click decorative image, and then you're going to upload. So I'm over here on the right, clicking decorative image, and then clicking upload. And that banner is going to come right in here, right where I wanted it to be. Give it just a second to load. And again, a lot of people, when they're putting banners in, it's really not for function. It's more for looks. It's more to just have kind of this eye-catching banner at the front of their homepage. The actual Canvas buttons that you were seeing, the little circle one, is going to be something that might be a little bit more, have more of a functional purpose. All right, there we go. It is in. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. I'm going to minimize it just slightly so it's not so overwhelming. So now you can see I have this super cute banner in. Again, I could turn this into a button, but I'm going to leave that just as a banner for now. And a banner basically just means, again, it's just decorative. It's just there to look cute. Now I'm going to go down here to the bottom. This space is going to bother me, so let me move that up. And I am going to scoot down to where I want to have an actual functioning button. So I'm going to go down here underneath welcome, and I'm going to insert my button. So I'm going to go back to images. I'm right over here again at images, and I'm going to click upload a new image again. Choose file, and this time I'm going to click that circle button, which is the Meet the Teacher canvas that I saved. Again, I'm going to click decorative image. I'm not typing anything in alternative text, and I'm going to click upload. And it's going to upload it in there. Again, it'll probably come out super giant like the first welcome banner, but that is what's so great about this is you can resize it. So yes, you can see how big it is, way too big. Do not need it to be that big. So I'm going to resize it, make it smaller so it's not so overwhelming. Might be a little too small, make it a little bit bigger. Okay, perfect. So now I have this awesome Meet the Teacher button, but it is not a functioning button right now. Your students go to click on this, it's not going to take them anywhere, which is not what the purpose of a button is in Canvas. Canvas is meant to be, these buttons are meant to be a shortcut that takes them, they click on it and it takes them to a quick place very quickly, maybe to an assignment or to a page. So what I'm going to do is I want to make this take them somewhere because right now it is just an image. It's not going to do anything. So in order to create it and turn it into a functioning button, I'm going to click on it and that's going to automatically highlight it right over the top. It is just like this. Then I can go over here to the right and I can click the page that I want to link it to. So obviously I like to link it to the Meet Your Teacher page. So I'm going to click on Meet Your Teacher and you can see poof right there, it just turned yellow, which means it has officially been linked. So in order to double check that link, I'm going to scroll down, I'm going to save it. And once it's saved, then I can go back to the home page and look at it as if I was a student. You can even go into student view on the right over here. And then you can see exactly what it would look like to a student in your class. So you can see here comes the banner. And again, this is not linked, but you totally can make it linked if that's what you'd like to do. You do it in the same way that you did with this button down here. And now when you scroll over the top, you can see that this is now a link just based on the mouse. So I'm going to click on it and it should take me directly to the Meet Your Teacher page. Yay, so exciting. So again, you do not have to just link it to pages within Canvas. If you would like to, let's leave our student view here. If you would like to actually link this to a website, you can do that as well. So when you come back to this home page and you go back into the editing portion, you would just highlight the Meet the Teacher button again, and you would come up here instead to link to URL. So let's just say we want it to take us to Teachers Pay Teachers. And I can update that link. And now you can see, I know that it is linked. I need to scroll down here to the bottom and you can put in whatever website you want, obviously. I'm going to click save. And then now you can see that when I scroll down here and I click on this button, it will now take me to Teachers Pay Teachers. So again, those buttons are so useful. It's helpful. It helps students be able to kind of have a shortcut, right? They don't, if you have an assignment due that day or you want them to click on a link like to Zoom or to Class Dojo or Go Noodle or Google Meets or whatever you want, you can literally just add a link in here, or you can even add it so that it forwards you to a page or a quiz or a discussion somewhere within Canvas, and that way they're not having to search around, type in links, do all of that. So that's what these buttons, the purpose of them are for, and I hope that it was helpful.